In this video, we will look at factorizing quadratic expressions of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. And before going into that, we'll look at factorizing four terms to help us with those harder quadratics. If you're revising, you can pause the video and have a go at examples 1 to 4, and then I'll scroll down. And there's two more. Okay, let's look at factorizing four terms to begin with. Sometimes it is possible to factorize four terms. If four terms can be factorized, the method is to separate the first two terms from the last two terms. So here in this example, we've got four terms. We separate the first two from the last two. And then factorize the pairs separately. So if we factorize the first two terms, a is a common factor, we'd have a times x plus y. And in the second pair of terms, we've got b as a common factor, so we factorize out the b, and we've got b times x plus y. The bracket should then be the same as it is here, x plus y and x plus y. It has to be for if you can factorize the four terms. If it's not, either you've made a mistake or they can't be factorized using this method. So the bracket should then be the same, meaning it's a common factor. X plus y is here, x plus y is here. It's common factor in both of those terms. So how many x plus y's do you have? Well, factorize out x plus y, and you'd have x plus y times a plus x plus y times b. So you've got a plus b times x plus y. That's quite hard to get your head around. It's quite hard to even explain. But if you're not following it and just want to follow the process, another way without understanding it is whatever's in the bracket that's the same, that will be one of your brackets, and whatever's outside the bracket, that forms another bracket. So the a plus b forms a bracket, and the x plus y that's common, it forms a bracket. Let's have a look at number 1. We have 6b plus 2bx, and we're going to look at those two terms, and then we plus 3c and a cx. If you look at the first two terms, 2b is a common factor. 2b times 3 gives 6b, and 2b times x would give 2bx. If you look at the second pair of terms, we've got a c that's common. C times 3 gives 3c, and c times x gives cx. You'll notice that these two brackets are the same. So if we factorize out the 3 plus x, we would have 2b plus c. Example 2. We have np plus 2pn squared and c plus 2cn. Considering the first pair of terms, we have n is common and p is common. np times 1 would give np, and np times 2n would give 2pn squared. If we factorize the last two terms, c is common, and then you'd get 1 plus 2n. You'll notice that there is the 1 plus 2n bracket that appears twice. It's a common factor. So if you factorize out 1 plus 2n, you'd have 1 plus 2n multiplied by np, and then multiplied by c. If you aren't sure, remember you can always expand these brackets to see do you get this answer at the end. Number 3. Number 3, the first two terms are 1 plus x, and the last two terms are minus x squared and minus x cubed. The first two terms don't have a common factor, so we just have to write that as 1 plus x. Or another way to think of it is we've got one lot of 1 plus x, or 1 times 1 plus x gives us 1 plus x. So 1 really is the only common factor, so we can factorize out 1. On the second pair of terms, we've got x squared is common, so we can bring out an x squared. But as well as that, they're both negative, so I'm going to bring out a negative x squared. And then negative x squared times 1 would give negative x squared, and negative x squared times x would give negative x cubed. By taking out the negative, we end up with the same brackets. If you took a positive out, this bracket wouldn't look the same as this bracket. So it's just a bit of experience I knew to take out the negative, and a bit of experience as well tells me I want to make sure that these two brackets are the same, so look out for that. Those two brackets are the same, so we can factorize out that bracket to get 1 plus x, and we multiply it by the 1 and then the minus x squared. Okay, and the last one, we've got AB minus CD and minus CA plus DB. I'm not underlining any of these because the first pair of terms don't have a common factor, and neither do the second pair of terms. There's nothing common. But overall, there are common letters there. So I'm just going to rejig this a little bit. I can see there's A's in these two. And I can see there's D's in these two. So I'm going to bring the A terms together. You hopefully see what I mean when I rearrange it. AB minus CA. And then DB minus CD. So we've got just rearranged, put these two terms first. Then put this one third and this one fourth. Just reordered it. Because now the first two terms have the common factor A. And then A times B minus C. And the last two terms have a common factor of D. So plus D, multiply that by B minus C. Okay, that's difficult to spot. So it's a good bit of practice to be able to identify that in future. And then once you get this step, that's just your last step of B minus C as your common factor. So write down B minus C, multiply it by the A, and then plus the D. That's factorizing 4 terms. I would have a go at the questions that are here first. If you're happy enough, or if you were happy with that anyway, we're going to now move on to factorizing quadratics, the harder ones. So if there is a value in front of the x squared, that being a coefficient, then the method is more complex for factorizing. So for example, if you're asked to factorize 2x squared plus 11x plus 12, you cannot go into double brackets straight away. The method is, however, slightly similar. You should still think of team, and what you're trying to do is find two numbers which times for not just the end, but the ends, and add for the middle. So two numbers which times for the ends. The end numbers are 12 and 2. 12 2s are 24. So when we look for two numbers which times for the ends, we're looking for two numbers which times to give 24. So 1 times 24, or 2 times 12, 3 times 8, or 4 times 6. And then just like the easier ones, we're still looking for two numbers which add for the middle. So what two numbers add to give the middle number 11? So out of these combinations, the two numbers which add to give 11 is the 3 and the 8. Okay, so just repeat myself. This is your quadratic. Ax squared plus bx plus c is the format. When we do times to give the ends, we're actually timesing to give ac. So the 24 comes from the a times the c, the 2 times the 12, which is 24. Add to give the middle still is the 11. So these two add to 11. Now, that's just the start of it. What do you do once you've found out these two numbers? Well, you then rewrite the quadratic, but split the middle term into two terms using the two numbers you just found. So if the quadratic is 2x squared plus 11x plus 12, we split that 11x into an 8x plus a 3x. It does not matter which order you do it. You could write 3x plus 8x. People tend to have a preference, but it doesn't matter. Once you split that into two terms, you then end up with a quadratic with 4 terms, and that uses the technique that we've just done previously at the start of this video. So with 4 terms, you factorize the first pair, which should be the 2x, and then times by x plus 4, and factorize the last two terms. 3 is your common factor. 3 times x plus 4. You then find that x plus 4 is your common factor, so it comes out the front, and multiply it by the 2x plus the 3. A lot to take in there. I'll take you through 2 examples, but it might take a good bit of practice before it all clicks. So, first of all, you're looking to identify, is this an easier quadratic, which would be an M3 topic, or is it a harder one, which is M4? And I can see a 3 in front of the x squared, which tells me it's a harder question. So I'm looking for 2 numbers which times to give the ends, which is minus 24. Comes from minus 8 and 3. You have to add to give the middle number, and the middle number is minus 2. So what 2 numbers times to give minus 24, and add to give minus 2? The answer is minus 6 and positive 4. So we rewrite the quadratic, 3x squared, and the minus 8. We split this minus 2x into these 2 numbers, minus 6 and plus 4. Now don't forget, you need to have the x along with that, because that means that the minus 6x plus the 4x gives you minus 2x. So keep your x's in. We then think of it as 4 terms. Factorizing 3x squared minus 6x. 3x is your common factor. 3x times x minus 2. Looking at the last 2 terms in factorizing, 4 is your common factor, and we get x minus 2. Then you can see that x minus 2 is your common factor, so it can come out. And 3x plus 4 is the other bracket. Or 3x plus 4 multiplied by x minus 2 will give you these terms. And that's it. Let's try that again for number 2. So first of all, it's not straight in the double brackets. It's a harder question because we've got a number in front of the x squared. So we're looking for 2 numbers which multiply to give 4 times 15, which is 60. And then we're looking at the numbers to add together to give the middle number, which is minus 16. So what 2 numbers add to give minus 16? Answer to that would be minus 10 and minus 6. So we've got 4x squared, take away 10x, take away 6x, and we add 15. We then factorize the first 2 terms. 2x is common, multiplied by 2x minus 5. And the last 2 terms, we've got minus 6x plus 15. Would be minus 3 is a common factor. That would be 2x minus 5. And that one's a bit tricky. Why did I take out minus 3 and not just positive 3? Well, I sort of was looking into the future a little bit. I know that these 2 brackets have to be the same. So let's think, what if I had have done, if I did do plus 3, and then it would be minus 2x, and it would be plus 5. But I know that I want the second bracket to be the same as the first, so taking out plus 3 as my common factor is wrong. Take out minus 3 gives me the same brackets. So I'll just ignore this. I know it looks a bit untidy, but we end up, I'll just rewrite that line just so it's a bit neater. The 2x minus 5 is a common factor, so it comes out as one bracket, and whatever's left is the other bracket, 2x minus 3.